Hello everyone, Andy Breeding here. Do you like chess? Do you like role-playing games? Do you like stories that you have some sort of influence over? If you answered yes to all these questions, you want to check out Blackguards 2 from Dalek Entertainment. Hope I'm pronouncing their name right. In Blackguards 2, you are Cassia, who was thrown into a dungeon by the current ruler of the Shark Throne, Marwan. Yes, I know, Shark Throne. Kind of odd name for a throne. Is it made of sharks? Who knows? But anyway, after escaping the dungeons with her face disfigured by all the poisonous bites from the spiders down there, Cassia goes on to recruit people that are willing to overthrow Marwan with you. The story ended up being okay. I felt most of my decisions made an impact on the actual ending of the story, even though they were little. You would have to kind of really look for them. They were there, and it made me feel like, okay, the decisions I was making actually mattered. I do wish there was a little bit more banter between the characters in my party, especially when you're back at camp waiting to take over your next town in the game. I kind of wish there was just a little bit more back and forth, or even in battles, I wish there was a little back and forth going, a little more than what they actually have in there. I did mention chess in the beginning, and I don't know about you, but I feel like this game is like the most intense chess match. Every single battle I go into, it just feels like they're throwing something new at me. Since the gameplay, the battles and everything play out like on a hexagon board. I mean, it's still very well detailed and everything, but you can see the hexagons of where you can move and whatnot, and adjacent hexagons you can attack. It felt like a chessboard to me, and every little piece that I moved mattered. Where I place them from the beginning of the battle, some of the battles that you set traps before the battle starts. It just all felt like, all right, I got to plan this out and be 3 steps ahead of my opponent, which is the game. And man, it sucks so bad when you make that one wrong move in chess and in this game. You make that one wrong move that's just going to screw you over. You just don't see it yet until it's too late. Like, you take your hand off, you sit there and contemplate. I shouldn't have done that. This game makes me feel like I'm playing an intense match of chess. At least it's easy to start over again by hitting the reset button to start the battle over. And it doesn't take that long to get back in. So if you make the mistake, it's not that bad. Just make sure you learn from that wrong move that you made, or otherwise you're going to be resetting the battle a lot of times over. No weapons is out of bounds for anyone in your group, although I did end up staying with what seemed to be the default weapon classes for each character. I still like the idea of being able to take that little, and what they have in this game is you put points into what weapon skill tree you want, and it has a little sliding bar for defense and offense. So you can go all the way defense and just be just like a brick wall, and everything's hitting you and it's bouncing off of you, but you can't really do much damage. So basically you're the tank. If you were going by MMO standards, you're the tank of the group. Whereas other characters, you can buff up all the way on the offense, and they'll just be a powerhouse just wrecking through people, while your guy with all the defense is just sitting there. Or you can just put it in the middle. Like, you can balance it any which way you want, which is really cool. And it lets you, to a certain point, customize how you actually want to play this game. I did find equipment and loot being a little bit sparse throughout the game. It seems like you get a little bit of things here and there when the battles are over, and as well as going in your camp or in town to shop for items and equipment and shields and weapons and whatnot. It just didn't feel like there was enough variety there, because most of the characters can equip the same exact thing. So everyone's wearing depending on how many fighters and wizards and spearmen and whatever you got in whoever you decide to put into your little group of characters, it feels like there's not enough variation, and I kind of wish there was a little bit more there to make each character stand out. Like, all right, this is my badass woman fighter, this is my badass dwarf, this is my badass spearman. Like, it didn't feel like the customization was all the way there to where I could look at the battlefield and tell, all right, that guy's wearing this cool ass armor I got for him at the shop the other battle. This one got it from the shop in camp. This guy got that badass battle axe from one of these guys that dropped it in the battle way back when, and it's still a good axe. I just wish there was just more. Going back to the battles, I really like how some of the battles are totally different from what you would expect. Most games would have you just go, all right, just defeat everybody in the level, game over. That's all you have to do. In Blackguards 2, you don't necessarily have to do that. There's some matches where you go in and you go, okay, I can just take out that archer there, that big monster over there, and a whole bunch of other guys over here. I can take them all out battle be over, move on to the next town or next battle. And I found out very quickly that you don't have to do that, because at first it was I want to say maybe an hour and a half into the game, maybe 2 hours into the game, I ran into a battle where it was just endless people coming at me, and I was just like, what am I doing wrong? What does this is this game just going to keep throwing people at me until like I figure out the trick? And sure enough, there was a trick to it, which was just get to the damn end of the level. There was an actual save spot. If you hold down, the default key is the V key on the keyboard. It highlights areas. Red areas are items you can use, like pushover boxes to knock into enemies, or there could be traps that you could avoid. Treasure chests you can open. Some battles and the maps actually have a treasure chest hidden there, and most of the times what's in it is just gold and maybe a health item, so I never really found going after those treasure chests worthwhile. But it also highlights the areas that you need to escape in sometimes. So the really smart thing to do is at the beginning of the battle, if you forgot to pay attention to some of the text going through before the battle starts, and when the characters are talking to each other, which, by the way, the voice acting is actually pretty cool. I like the fact that they have it to where you have to run to the exit instead of just fighting, and you have to figure this out, if you didn't read the text, or if you did and you just didn't quite understand it. Just run to the exit and battle's over and you win. It's cool because then it changes your tactics up. Like there's this one battle I had to do where you have to rescue some prisoners and escape with the prisoners. Like the prisoners have to escape first and then you escape. So basically what I did was, after the first battle, I couldn't figure out what I needed to do. Then I figured it out, reset real quick, which some of you might think it's, okay, that's kind of cheating because you're just jumping into the battle and then you figuring out what you need to do. Then you're kind of resetting and then going back and optimizing everybody for that battle. I don't see it as cheating. I see it as like, okay, I learned what this game wants me to do for this match. I'm going to use the game and my abilities to do what I need to do to get past this. And what I did was actually set everybody up on defense, except for I think one character. I think I set the dwarf on full offense because, dwarfs usually are powerhouses, so you keep them that way. And I would set up a human barrier that would block all the enemies coming from one side while the prisoners were escaping from the cells that I was unlocking them from. And we got the hell out of Dodge. And I thought that was really cool because it instead of just throwing everything at something until the problem solves itself, you actually have to really think about what you're doing in each battle, which I love that they actually put some time into thinking how they want people to actually interact with these battles in each situation. If challenging turn-based RPGs are your thing, Blackguards 2 is something you definitely want to check out, and I highly recommend you go out there and play it if that's your thing. If you want to discuss this review of Blackguards 2 with me, comments below, that's where you would talk to me about it, or you can talk to me on Twitter. My Twitter handle is @AndyBoy with 0. So as always, until next time, thank you, and later.